Hello everyone and welcome back to Every Other Saturday. So in today's video we're going to discuss the upcoming double-header against St Johnstone. So we all know that we have this busy schedule coming up for the next couple of games now. We have St Johnstone in the Cup and we also have them in the league first. So let's take a quick dive in and see exactly what's coming up. But first though guys, as always, please, if you haven't done so already, please consider giving us a wee subscribe, dropping a like in the video as well, hitting us up with some comments and sharing it all over your socials as well. Helps us get out to as many people as possible and continue the channel to grow and get ever closer to the next target. So as we have a wee bit to discuss today guys, let's not waste any more time now and dive straight into today's video.
Every other Saturday's my half day off, and it's off to the match I go. Happily we wander down the Copeland.
Well guys, it's time to come off that wonderful high of winning the latest Old Firm game and smashing them once again. Undefeated so far by them this year, 5 games, can't go wrong. But now after that we need to move in to St Johnstone. So as you know, and as I've said, we've got them twice in a row. We've got the big double header, the league game, and we've got the cup. Now, it's kind of difficult to pinpoint this game if I'm brutally honest, because it's a bit of one of those games, to be honest, that when I'm looking at the opposition and I'm trying to give an oppositional preview, it's blatantly obvious it's going to be a difficult game. Because when you look at the past games that we've had against them this year, yes, we've run out not defeated by them at all this year. We've scalped them every time we've played them. It is still a difficult side to come up against. We've got a team that started off with Tommy Wright and hard grit and hard fighting and nice sitting in teams that are good on the break. And now we've got the new manager coming in again, and he's added that wee bit of flavour to them, if I'm brutally honest. So when you watch them and you see them playing, you know for a fact that they've got this grit and steel in their background, but they've got this wee bit of flair about them, as well, that will allow them to break forward and give a wee bit more when it comes to scoring. They're coming off the game against Clyde as well. They had the defeat against Aberdeen before, but they're coming off the win against Clyde, the 2-0 win, and that's put them through into the next round against us. So we know that they've got a bit of confidence in them. They're coming up against us. They're going to try and get rid of this undefeated streak that we have by at least trying to get something off us. Now, it is at McDermott Park. We are known on our travels this year to be just as strong as when we're at home. But I think we need to play it a bit careful, to be fair, because looking at them, that defence that they've got and the way that they hold a tight shape at the back, you've got the wingers and you've got the way that they fall back in to create this tight line of 5 at the back, and they overwhelm the midfield as well, and they play for that break to get the ball up to the big man up top. So watching it, it's quite predictable, but we need to give it the same respect that it deserves, because it can prove tricky. Let's not be kidded. They know exactly how to score and they know how to play against us. The last game we had against them with Hadji scoring and getting that win for us and making sure that we stay undefeated was great, but it just shows how difficult it can be to play against them at times, and trying to get the 3 points off them is still priority number 1 when it comes to the next game, because as Gerrard comes out and he says in those press conferences, it's always about the next game. Now we know that league's over, we know it's done and dusted, we know the trophy's coming home, but let's not be kidded guys, this team want this undefeated streak as much as we do. We don't want to talk about it, but let's not be kidded guys, this is what they want. So we need to be careful, need to give them the credit they deserve, but at the end of the day, this is a team that's came off winning another Old Firm game with all the confidence in the world, trying to gain the last trophy. Because let's not be kidded guys, St Johnstone, the only other team to lift a trophy this season. We've done it too, and we're getting to the game that's going to be the last trophy of the season. But this kind of dip your toe in the water kind of event here, where we get to play them to see exactly what it's going to be like. We've got that opportunity to take the good out of the Old Firm into this game and rock them and take the confidence away from them, because when it comes to playing against us, there is a lot of luck that's needed, to be fair, because we are so tight. So watching the way they go, playing our game the way we go, what more can you want guys? We know exactly what we're going to do. Get out there, keep it strong, keep it tight, and play for that win. And with that being said, it's time for us to now move over to the most important topic of the video, and let's start talking all about the famous Glasgow Rangers. So we know guys, we're coming off that win against Celtic. It brings so much confidence. we are running so high right now. Every single one of us is the most confident that we've been in years. Let's not be kidded, guys. That's 5 Old Firms on the bounce, no defeats. Now, you can say all you want that their season imploded in X, Y and Z, but we did not come out of second gear again against them. We didn't play overly fantastic, but we played well and we did everything correctly. Now, I have to make a quick comment. Ross pulled me up. He said that it looked as if, and it sounded as if I was giving Morelos a dig in the last video. Definitely wasn't. All I meant by my comment was I was disappointed that he didn't score because I wanted him to continue scoring against Celtic. That was all. I do apologise if it came across I was giving Morelos a dig. It wasn't. Sorry, Ross. But with the momentum that we have moving into St Johnstone, this gives us the chance to start changing a couple of bits up, giving some players minutes in the legs that need it, but keeping that quality in the side, as we know that we've got with all the substitutions and all the players that sit maybe on the fringe, shall we say. They do have the ability to come out and give us something and put something to the game and not just become another number. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to see sweeping changes. I kind of tossed and turned about who exactly would start when it comes to the goalkeeper. I still think McGregor's going to start. I can understand why people would think that they would maybe give McLaughlin the game, but because we've got the game coming up, I feel as if Gerrard won't be showing too much of a let's not say a weak point, but kind of a weakness, I suppose, of changing all the team. I think keeping the momentum going coming out of the Old Firm game again, having McGregor in nets is just one of those things it's going to have to be, because name me a better goalkeeper in Scotland. There isn't one. I think he has to play. I really do. I think the back line, the midfield and up front, I think all of the areas can see some changes, and we will, but we'll dive into that when it comes to team lineup. But I do think we will see a couple of changes. I will dip into one that I think is a necessity, and I think it's almost guaranteed, going with the presser alongside Gary McAllister, and I think that is Scott Wright. I think it's guaranteed for him to start. It's going to be a great game for him to shine. It's going to be a great game to stamp a wee bit of authority on that position. It's going to be a difficult one to take off Ryan Kent, let's not be kidded, but I feel like this is a great game because, as I say, with the way St Johnstone play and the way they try to hold back, I feel as if we've got all the ability to break away with a player like him, to run past, to try and make killer balls into the box, to feed whoever does start. Again, we'll get to that bit. But I feel that Scott Wright in this game, I think everything's kind of lining up in the stars for him. I think this is going to be one of those games where if he does start, I think he will, but if he does start, I feel like he's going to shine, and I think he's going to be a really, really big player in the game tomorrow. Now, with that being said though, guys, we won't miss it out. Let's jump over, have a quick look at the team lineup and your guys' score predictions. So as you can see, guys, as I said, going with McGregor in nets. Back line, I feel that we're going to see Tav this time. I think he'll come back with a suspension. Again, I'll get to a wee bit of that. Helander, Goldson at the back with Barisic. Midfield of Davis, Aribo and Kamara. Now up front, I think we'll see a bit of a change. I think we'll see Hadji with the obvious start, Scott Wright, I think. With, I'm pretty sure we'll see Kamar Roof taking the number 9 slot. Now, I only say that, guys, because I feel like we're going to need to have a couple of changes, because I don't feel that we can just go all out with the same exact lineup. I feel that we're going to be giving Roof some minutes. I fully believe that we'll see Morelos come on, and with that, I think that's a good enough amount of changes for me. And moving over to the score predictions. So as you can see, guys, quite a common one here with the 2-0s, 3-0s and 4-0s. Quite happy with the predictions. You get Vinnie Edwards going with 4-0, Dougie McClinton with the 2-0 and Paul McClurkin 3-0. Over on the other side, we've got the Willie Burns Classic of 5-0. Lee Havlin with 4-0, Dylan Sargent 3-0, Lee McGivern with 3-0. As you can see, guys, very confident. I feel that we're going to get goals, and I have to agree with pretty much everybody on there, definitely. But moving over to my predictions, I do think this positive side is the way we're going to go, let's not be kidded. We do have goals in us, but St Johnstone do have a relatively good defensive record, especially against us. So I'm going to be conservative, but I think I'm going to go with 2-0 win. I'm going to go with Scott Wright to grab a goal, and I think Morelos will come on and get the second. I do think we'll start Roof. I think he needs to get some minutes. Another one that I feel there's a possibility we could see play is Simpson. Now, I was going to put him in my prediction of the starting lineup, but I feel like it's maybe not the right game to put him in just in case. I feel like once the Scottish Cup's by with and this kind of double header part here, I feel that maybe the last game, maybe the last couple of games is the game for him. I'm no disrespect to the guy, I just feel that we've not seen a lot of him, and what we could see of him, I don't want him to come into the side and maybe make a mistake and cost something, shall we say. I mean, we're getting to the nitty gritty of the undefeated and keeping that Scottish Cup run going. So the last thing we want to do is get somebody in, back line, not really been proven quite yet this season, and causing problems. I don't, again, try not to sound negative to the guy there, but again, you know what I mean. Get somebody in, wee bit of nerves, not exactly the same kind of level we're used to seeing. This is where we can see problems. Again, hopefully we can see a few minutes of him. I'd like to see a wee bit more of him towards the end of the season, I would, but again, at the right time. Trying not to be too negative there, but you guys know what I mean. Now, I just want to touch quickly at the end here, I kind of want to touch on this European Super League stuff. Now, I've not advertised it in the video that I'm going to start talking about it, and I hope I don't end up droning on here, but honestly guys, I think it's probably the worst thing I've seen in the news when it comes to football in such a long time. I'm not happy at all the way it's been done. At the time of recording, I'm starting to see people starting to drop out of it, such as I think it was Chelsea and Man City, which is fantastic to see. But I just think it's a lifeblood sucker completely out of the game. It just seems so wrong. I mean, I'm just a Rangers supporter at the end of the day. I have no say or no thoughts really in the way that all of these big clubs, other than Arsenal, I'm a bit of an Arsenal supporter as well, but other than that, I don't really have a say or a thought in the way that they run the club or their business and stuff like that, obviously. But I appreciate it's all about money. I appreciate they're trying to, let's just say, maybe start recouping some money that they've had to maybe give out and furlough, give out on this bad time. But I just feel like it's such a slap in the face to everybody that matters most to all of these clubs. Because let's not be kidded guys, it's you and me that matter to all these clubs. Without us, there is no football. Unfortunately, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, bringing this in a Rangers video, but I think it was Johnstone himself that came out and said that there is no football without the fans, and never a truer word is spoken. When you see all these pundits and you see the ex-players and managers and everyone coming out, I haven't heard a good word about it. And it's really, really disappointing to think that something like this can come in, be so divisive, to have legends like Gary Neville basically standing on Sky Sports live television and slating the club that he loves. Be like us listening to Ali McCoy's coming out and slating Rangers, or Henrik Larsson coming out and slating Celtic. It's just something you would never want to hear or go through, and I feel that this silly decision to try and make money and just be greedy it's pulled what matters away from football, and I hope that as time goes on this just disappears into one of those possible things that never happened, because it just doesn't make sense. Let's get the Champions League mixed up, let's get the Europa League mixed up, let's do something like that, let's make it a wee bit more fair. If there's more money involved, I'm pretty sure that's the way it's going to end up being anyway. These clubs are going to want reimbursed in some way, shape or form. But again, don't want to drive too much into this, because I feel as if everyone's had a moment to talk about it. I want you guys as well though, slap your comments down there. I want to hear all your opinions on this, because it's quite a big thing for us all to be going through, and let's face it, we don't want something as, I don't want to say big because it makes it sound good, but something as divisive as this, let's not have it coming in and ruining the game, because it's unneeded, it's unnecessary. Now again, that's just my 2 cents on it. It's not the right thing, and I feel like we need to take a walk away from it. Let's fix what we have, make what we have better, rather than pulling ourselves out of what we've got and trying to make a 300 million or billion or whatever it was competition that only a certain amount of people are guaranteed to be in, no matter where they finish in the league. They're allowed to stay in the league, and inviting, 5 teams to come in every season. I just think it's ridiculous. It's just not fair. It's not right, it's not fair, and it seems disgusting. So as I say guys, that's my 2 cents. I apologise for droning on about it, but I had to get something out there. So as I say guys, I wanted this video not to be too long, and it probably will be just a wee bit longer than usual, because I'm trying to get this preview video to include both games. Now, I'm not going to give you lineups and score predictions for the cup game. I'm going to get a wee, maybe 5-6 minute video out for that later on in the week, but when it comes to these 2 games, they will polarise one another, they really will, because you'll have one that maybe doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things when it comes to trophies, because the trophy's already won, but both games are necessity to keep these undefeated streak and Scottish Cup dreams alive. So we need to give them the respect they deserve, because this is not a walkover game by any matter of means. We focus on it, we do what we need to do, and we just keep playing the way we have done. As I say, didn't get out of second gear again against Celtic. Sure, we can turn up against St Johnstone and give them a game. So, wee bit of change in the team coming, guaranteed. But again, down in that comment section below, guys, I want to know exactly what you're thinking, who we're going to get changing. Do you think my predictions are right when it comes to my team lineups? Let me know. Straight down there, I want to know what your thoughts are. Get down in the comments and sound off. So just before we finish though, guys, remember we had the competition running for the 200 subscribers and stuff. So we managed to reach that 200 subscribers. We jumped above and below for a day or two, but we're still sitting at 202 just now, and I'm over the moon with that. I can't thank you guys enough. Honestly, it's brilliant. If you keep sharing us over these socials, keep liking it, keep watching them, hopefully we'll keep growing and hit next targets as well. Not putting any more targets to the end of the season. I've done amazing at 200. It would be brilliant to hit 250, I'm not going to lie, but we'll see how it goes. No pressure. Let's get it out there though, and we'll get as many subscribers as possible. Thanks again though, guys, it's been brilliant. But when we said it was going to be likes, comments, shares and subscribers, I'm not going to lie, not every subscriber pops up when it happens, but the 200 subscriber was Chris Russell himself. So again, round of applause for Chris, well done. Thanks again for being the 200 subscriber, and I will get your glass out to you as soon as possible. If you get in touch with us in the comment section below, let me know exactly what you're wanting on it. We'll have a commemorative glass for 55. As far as I'm led to believe, we've got a new man hut out the back door ready for the football to be watched on it, so hopefully this glass will go nicely into there as well, with Rangers crest on there, commemorative 55. If you're wanting Chris or whatever on it, let me know. As always guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. This video is going to run a wee bit longer and it's out a wee bit later, so thanks again for watching. This one here will probably go out morning of the match, so get on there. Remember to smash the likes and subscribe if you've not done so already. Get it shared all across the socials. Thank you so much for getting involved. Again, everyone, get down in the comments, congratulate Chris Russell. We'll get that out to you as quick as we can. Chris, well done. And once again, I have been every other Saturday, guys, and I will see you on the next one.